Welcome to Vloris LabsZ, powered by the vision of Anish Ray, where clean design meets sharp motion and every detail moves with purpose. From Vloris motors to new ideas and technology, this is a space for premium concepts, modern creativity, and bold forward energy. Stay connected, explore what's next, and experience the Vloris identity in motion. This is Vloris LabsZ. Let the journey begin. Welcome to
Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are diving into a concept that honestly feels like it was pulled straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it is actively being engineered right now. Just imagine this. You're sitting in the driver's seat of a car. Your hands are resting comfortably in your lap, your feet are nowhere near the pedals, and simply by thinking about it, the car actually begins to move. That is the wild vision of Anish Ray and Vloris Motors, and today we're going to break down exactly how they plan to pull this off. Seriously, what if you could drive a car using literally nothing but your mind? It's a massive concept to wrap your head around, right? I mean, we're just so used to the very physical act of driving, gripping the steering wheel, pressing down on the brake. But Vloris Motors? They're trying to completely bridge that gap between ultra-futuristic tech and our everyday real-world experience. Their goal is to totally remove physical muscle movements from the driving equation. No hands, no feet. Anish Ray, the brains behind Vloris Motors, puts his core vision like this, quote, "Just imagine that you are driving a car in your mind. Don't type up using some muscles. That's our core vision," end quote. So the ultimate objective here is a completely muscle-free driving experience. No steering wheels to crank, absolutely no touchscreens to tap. Your thoughts literally become the vehicle's command center.
To understand how they actually plan to make this happen, we've got a clear roadmap for this explainer. We're breaking this technological giant into 3 core pillars. First, the BCI vision. Number 2, the custom AI platform. And third, quantum speed navigation.
All right, let's dive right into pillar number 1, the BCI vision and the end of the steering wheel. So when we think of futuristic cars right now, we usually think of brands operating on standard autopilot modes, right? You know, the car uses sensors and cameras to basically drive itself while you just sit there and supervise. But Vloris, they're taking a completely different lane. They don't just want the car to drive itself, they want to establish a direct, literal connection between your brain and the vehicle. They want to leapfrog standard autopilot entirely by using BCI, or brain-computer interface technology. So how exactly does a thought, like a literal electrical impulse in your head, become a physical movement on the pavement? Well, Vloris breaks it down into a specific step-by-step process. Step 1, you think a command, let's say, turn right. Your brain generates specific frequencies, alpha, beta, or gamma waves. Step 2, these highly sensitive graphene EEG electrodes capture those signals. And graphene is absolutely crucial here because of its insane conductivity and sharpness. It acts like a super sensitive filter. Then, step 3, an AI bot connected to the car takes that abstract brain noise and translates it into a direct, physical steering action. It's essentially translating human brainwaves into automotive machine language. Pretty wild. Moving right along to pillar number 2, the custom AI platform, which is basically the brain-to-car translator. Now, capturing the brainwave, that's really only half the battle. That signal actually needs a way to talk to the car's physical hardware. And the crucial point here is the hardware itself. Vloris is developing a specialized brain-computer interface unit. Now, don't picture some massive clunky sci-fi helmet. It's actually designed as a sleek headband device that you wear. This headband is the physical bridge. It links your brain's frequencies directly to a custom application running right there on the car's dashboard. To make this whole abstract concept a bit more grounded, Anish actually offers a really great analogy. Think about a smartwatch. When you buy a high-end smartwatch, it connects seamlessly to a private, custom app on your phone, right? Well, Vloris is building that exact same type of ecosystem. The BCI headband is like the smartwatch, sending your mental signals to a custom-coded dashboard, which, by the way, they're currently developing using Python and HTML. And the absolute key here is speed. This transmission from the headband to the dashboard has to happen in a fraction of a second to actually be useful on a real road. Now, I know exactly what you're probably thinking. Is there any way this is safe? I mean, mind-controlling a 2-ton piece of metal at high speeds naturally raises some massive safety red flags. And Vloris acknowledges this directly. They are committing to a strict, safety-first garage testing phase. We're talking a very slow, highly controlled step-by-step approach. They're laser-focused on calculating the exact timing required for the brake system to respond to a mere thought. They absolutely want to ensure they aren't introducing anything that could have serious negative effects on human health or public safety. So yeah, it's a highly cautious testing environment well before these vehicles ever see a public highway.
Which brings us to our third and final pillar, quantum speed navigation and seeing the world completely differently. Okay, I want you to imagine this scenario for a second. A friend tells you to meet them in a packed, super crowded location that you have never been to before. Now imagine you only have an old school flip phone. No GPS, no Google Maps, no familiar landmarks to guide you at all. How do you find them? It would be incredibly disorienting, right? Well, that is exactly the problem Vloris is trying to solve for their mind-controlled cars.
Their solution involves a massive number, 1 million. Within literally a fraction of a second, the specialized BCI glasses the driver wears will capture millions of photos of the surrounding environment. It's almost an incomprehensible amount of visual data being pulled in instantly.
So, as you shift your head and change your viewing angle, AI bots are analyzing over 1,000 photos per specific angle shift. Instead of relying on traditional tools like Google Maps, the car relies on this rapid, real-time visual cross-referencing. By instantly analyzing these thousands of microimages, the AI can pinpoint your exact location in a crowded, mapless space. It allows the car to navigate purely based on extreme, hyperlocal spatial awareness.
Now, Anish refers to this specific process as quantum computing. And in the context of this explainer and his specific vision, it's really important to clarify his definition here. Within the Vloris ecosystem, quantum computing specifically refers to this high-speed, millisecond-level AI image processing. It's the ultra-fast calculation required to instantly digest those millions of localized photos so the BCI unit can accurately navigate a really complex physical environment.
So when you zoom out, you realize that Vloris isn't just trying to build a really cool car. They are trying to build an entire technological ecosystem from the ground up, the whole shebang. This includes Vloris motors for the vehicles themselves, a dedicated BCI factory to manufacture those headbands, a custom AI platform to handle all the software and brainwave translation, and a personal quantum computer brand to handle the immense processing speeds required for that navigation. And Anish envisions all of these highly ambitious companies operating together, closely associated in one unified location. It's an incredibly bold, super forward-thinking vision that pushes the very boundaries of how humans and machines interact. We're literally moving from the realm of science fiction right into the garages and coding platforms of today, which really leaves us with one final, kind of fascinating thought. When the time comes to finally let your mind take the wheel, will you be ready to let go? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this sparked your curiosity, and I'll catch you next time.